Welcome to another session where I want us to learn and revise the direct and indirect speech. So I welcome you. Feel free to air your views, any concern, or ask questions as we go on learning this session. So when we say that a statement or a sentence is in the direct speech, what exactly do we mean? We mean that you are giving exactly, or you are saying exactly what was said by the speaker to whoever they were talking to. So the direct or the quoted speech is saying exactly what someone has said. Now let's take, for example, I will take you out tomorrow, Timothy said. Now in this statement, or in this sentence here, there are some things that I need you to know. The first ones are the name of this part here. It's called the explanatory part. Now, in the explanatory part, there are things that you need to know. That when you have this part, this word here, if this word is a proper noun, it must begin with a capital letter. If the first word here is a proper noun, it must begin with a capital letter. Again, if it's not a proper noun, maybe let's say it's a common noun, it must not begin with a capital letter. Now, in this simple example here, see where the difference comes in, or where many students make the mistake is they'll have the opening speech marks and then go on and go on. Then they will have the closing and have the comma after. That's wrong. What you're supposed to have is have a comma, then close. I hope you're getting the point. So ensure the comma is inside the quotation mark. It's not outside the quotation mark. That's where the marking point comes in. And ensure if this word here is a proper noun, it begins with a capital letter. If it's not a proper noun, you are not supposed to have a capital letter. Now, other sentences that you can have in this category, as you can just check there, he complained, comma, and to do that, your phone is always off. How are the full stop, and now you close. That's how you're supposed to do it. Now, the other side of it is the indirect or reported speech, where in this particular case here, you are not allowed to use the quotation marks because you are reporting what was said to another person, or you are just reporting what was said. Are we together? Now, in this particular case here, the verb usually changes when reporting, because you are reporting. For example, let's take an example. Let me just come up with one where I will beat you, John said. In the reporting, because now that sentence is in the direct speech, I will beat you, John said. Now, in the reported speech or the indirect speech, you cannot say, I will beat you. Again, like the state of the verb. You have to have something like, John said that he will beat him. Are we together? So the state of the verb changes. So the next part is sentences which are in the direct speech and others which are in the speech. For example, she said it is going to rain. Now, when we change that she said it is going to rain, now what are we going to say to have in the indirect speech? We are going to have she said that it was going to rain. Now let's add something. It's going to rain today. Now always don't forget, the full stop is always inside the quotation marks. So she said it is going to rain today. Now what are we supposed to have? She said it was going to rain that day. Full stop. So today changes to that day. And those expressions which do change, I've highlighted them here. Another thing that I want you guys to know and understand is when you are in the direct speech, the word that is beginning the quotation mark, the word that is beginning the quotation mark here, leave alone the explanatory. We have said the explanatory is this part where the singer says, this is explanatory. But the word which is beginning the quotation marks, again, it's always supposed to be in capital letters. Are we together? Good. I hope you have understood there that the quotation marks, inside the quotation marks, the word that begins the quotation, it's supposed to begin with a capital letter. Any questions, please ask in the comment section. So, some of the expressions which are changed from the direct speech to the indirect, some of them are this evening changes to that evening. Today changes that day. These changes to those. Now changes to then. Yes, as you can see them here. These are the phrases and how they change. Tomorrow, the following day, the next day, day after tomorrow, in 2 days' time, yesterday, the day before, or the previous day, and so on and so forth. Let's have one example and see how it goes. Come here. Mark. Order. Are you together? So, this one is in the direct. So, in the indirect, you're going to have Mark ordered him to go there. As simple as that. And know one thing, that in the indirect speech, the only punctuation mark that we use is just the full stop. We don't use question marks, we don't use any other thing. In the indirect speech, the only punctuation mark that we use is the full stop, because whichever case is it, be it was an order, be it was a question, we only use the full stop because you are reporting what you say. Even if, let's have a final one. Will you come today? Ivy asked So this one is in the direct. In the indirect, going to Ivy asked who? Now so that maybe we avoid the pronouns. Let's say asked Susan. Susan if she would come that day. Now, the only thing or part I want you to understand is the direct speech, it was a question, but in the indirect speech, it's a statement. So that's the point which I was making, that in the indirect speech, the only punctuation mark that we use is the full stop. So kindly, if you have a question, feel free, ask in the comment section, and I'll really get back to you. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely evening.